CAP number 2 is the progress monitoring of reading skills. The roadmap for this CAP outlines the assessments that are used during reading instruction and intervention as progress monitoring measures. In Tier 1, these will be completed monthly in grades K1 or at each trimester in K3 to be sure students are on track. In Tier 2 and Tier 3, as well as all special education settings, these will be done weekly to be sure students are responding to intervention and meeting both IEP and instructional goals. If students are not making adequate progress, adjustments should be made to instruction. When working on phonemic awareness with students, initial sounds, segmenting, and blending should be assessed. Progress monitoring may occur using many of the same materials used for screening assessments and outlined in the previous CAP. DIBELS and AIMSweb also have progress monitoring measures available for initial sound fluency, segmenting, and blending. Blending progress monitoring measures can also be easily created by the teacher. Step 1, select 5 words similar to practice words that you've been using in your classroom and write your own test. Number 2, say the individual phonemes to the student. 3, ask the student to blend the whole word together. Next step, record if the student said the word correctly. These results may then be graphed or entered into a table. The following progress monitoring measures in beginning reading may be used by creating an assessment and tracking student progress through a graph or table. Letter-sound correspondence measures, giving students a list of letters you have taught, having students read nonsense words, having students read lists of high-frequency and exception words, and DIBELS or AIMSweb also have progress monitoring tools for beginning reading. Progress monitoring in fluency is much like screening measures in fluency. DIBELS Next, Oral Reading Fluency, or DORF, AIMSweb, and PALS all have fluency progress monitoring measures. The main difference between progress monitoring and screening fluency is that during progress monitoring, the student reads only one passage and the score is graphed, as opposed to reading 3 passages and graphing the median data point when screening students for fluency skills. Curriculum-based progress monitoring assessments in vocabulary are more appropriate since that relates directly to instruction. Teachers can create measures based on vocabulary presented during instruction and/or intervention that relates to the curriculum that is being taught. After 3rd grade, and for students who have decoding skills, maze and close curriculum-based assessments can be used for progress monitoring in reading comprehension. These are the same assessments used for screening reading comprehension skills that were explained in the previous CAP. DIBELS Days or teacher-created tools may be used for progress monitoring. Student progress can again be followed by creating a graph or table of scores. Graphs can be created easily to show student progress to IEP teams, parents, and teachers. We will discuss how to create graphs more in detail during class. The easiest way to interpret graphs is with the 4 and above rule. If the last 4 data points are above the goal line, keep the current program and consider raising the student's goal. If the last 4 data points are below the goal line, make a change in intervention, a change in tier supports, or both. If some data points are above and some are below the goal line, keep the current program in place. The next CAP in this assessment series will deal with diagnostic assessments of reading skills.